I welcome everyone tonight. This is our episode on Safulane, teaching us about how to be profitable trading meme coin and understanding the current status of the market. So here we go. We are going to ask everyone what is their experience currently trading meme coin. So before we go into personally the secret source of what I've been making I personally profitable in the last 2, 3 weeks trading meme coin. So before we go, I want to understand how many of us are trading meme coin? How many of us, what kind of problem are we experiencing, while trading meme coin in different perspective? It could be like, is it in terms of liquidity, or is it in terms of the skills, or is it probably not having enough information? So anyone want to speak now, please let me know so that I can allow you to speak. Then before move on into, you can just unmute your mic or request so that we do this real fast. So I'm just within like 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to trash this, and then every one of us we hold on into to the information, and I believe this information is going to work for every one of us because this is something that have been tested and it's really working for now. So maybe as the market changes or as we go into um, maybe let's say the bull run season or probably the hot season, yeah, we can try to also adjust our strategy to meet up with what is going on right now. Okay, so do we have anyone that wants to proceed? You can just unmute your mic. And then we have this. Okay, Peter Kerrison. So let me allow you to speak now. So Peter Kerrison, real quick. So we're gonna be giving everybody 2 to 5 minutes to quickly drop whatever they want to say. Okay, so Peter Kerrison, can you go real quick?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Fine Boy Dave, the biggest boss. I celebrate
Yeah,
you.
good evening. I
I
celebrate you
want,
as well.
I want to appreciate everyone on this call. And personally, for me, I want to say thank you for all your efforts, like genuine efforts for putting this through. Yeah, that's the first thing I want to say. I appreciate you and all your efforts you are doing to enlighten us. Um, for me, I would say, from my own experience, I would say is combined between, I think, liquidity and skill, most especially skill. Because to be honest, you see this thing you do, sir, that you do the research and you bring CA. It's not actually easy to get CA that is not raw pool. So that's one thing. So now having this CA that is not raw pool and 80% success rate, win rate. Now, what is now the other challenge is liquidity. So that's my own personal experience. So I think I like for what I've realized, I've seen your trade, I've looked at it and say, wow, this is amazing. So I think if we just have to believe in something and believe in our mentors and people that are guiding us through. So that's what I've realized. First, one thing is liquidity, another thing is skills. And if you know you don't have the skill like me, I'm still learning, I'm still trying to know what's up. Get the mentor and believe in that person and do your own research also, but believe in that person that is guiding you through. So I think is the liquidity that is a challenge for me, and following the trades require consistent effort, consistent daily effort. You don't just see trade today, you trade today and you stop, tomorrow you continue. I think that has been my challenge. And I decided that no, henceforth I want to be consistent. And with the liquidity I have, I think, and with the guidance, I believe I would definitely be profitable. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Peter Kerrison, and your feedback. I mean, that's awesome. I really love that. It's always good. Like if like the way we are putting on, you are saying the work rate and you're also appreciating it. Yeah, because the fact is that to really get a CA that is going to give us like 2x, 3x, that is going to multiply and give us profit is extremely hard. Like sometimes I have to be on the screen for like maybe 12 hours, 6 hours, even almost 24 hours a day. Sometimes I don't sleep, just trying to monitor, understanding what the market is. This is really, really stressful these days. It wasn't like, when, I mean, during the 2020, 2021, you buy something, you go to bed. I mean, just give it like 3, 5 days. It is already running in thousands of numbers. So yeah, I have a fellow raising his hand. So yeah, let's really hear from a fellow as well. So for everyone just joining, Kolade, welcome to the space. Use everyone. Sacred, thank you. I really love the fact that we are not much here because when I want to share information, I actually want actually my own mindset is like, let me carry everyone along. But sometimes, I mean, we might not really have the same work rate because for some of us, it is like a necessity for us to win. Why? For some people, you know, like they used to call it, I don't think, is it Lapo baby or Lapo baby? So we can't really compare ourselves together in such way. So if you know that you don't have any option than to be successful trading, then I believe that no matter what it takes, you give it all. So yeah, Ifelo, let me allow you speak. Yeah, welcome. So, what do you have for us? I think after Ifelo, I'm going to go straight into sharing my screen, and then every one of us here. So these are the two things we actually need. I don't like there are more complex platform that can be used for trading. There are more complex tools that can be used. But for me, I get feedback from how we trade and from a lot of us. So with that, I try to like make sure that we are using the approach that is the most safest, like until maybe a lot of us become a pro trader along the way. So for me, I don't really like us to lose. So the main thing is that we should win. And then if we are smart enough, we should be winning consistently. It's really, really hard, to be honest, to really get these things right. It's really hard. But I'm going to show you the things and the key facts we have to hold on to. So let me see. I'm gonna mute for you.
Okay,
Yeah, good evening.
okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jam, everyone.
Yeah, German.
Okay. Am I loud and clear? Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, very clear from my end, and I believe for everyone as well.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let me start from where you stop, which is if you do not have any means of, scaling through the market, you must find a way to win. So it's a necessity for me to win. It's very sincere. And you go run and through the same web theory of we've seen a lot of results. You are seeing a lot of results, from people like Rifotech, for instance. Rifotech, why I have been staying so consistent about your channel. You've been busy shilling, solid projects. And I must commend you for that. Thank you very much for your support and everything, for the community. Thank you very much. Nevertheless, I think beyond liquidity, one of the things which is the major thing that we all lack is, not having enough knowledge about how the data works. You know, a few days ago, no, should I say a few years or few weeks or few months back, I, if you could remember, I made mention of something which is, busy with, doing my research. Instead of wasting my time on airdrop and all this shit. So I was doing research on CT a few months back.
Okay.
Then I figured out a lot of content, which is, one needs to understand the way the data works.
Okay.
You have liquidity. If you do not handle the way the data works, you lose your liquidity to the market.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, losing money is, it's definitely why trading the genome coin. But then you need to understand the way the data works. Now that is what I'm trying to do from my own side.
Okay.
A couple of months back, I funded my wallet with a little Solana into my
Mm-hmm.
Phantom wallet.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
unfortunately, I fall into some of these scam token. I bought the
Oh
scam
shit.
token before they launch. And unfortunately, I lose my money. Nevertheless, beyond that, I bought some coin.
As you said this, I wanted to invite a guy. a guy. I taught a guy how to trade. Like, let me just start again. Where
Okay.
is Aliko? Yeah. So just continue. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
this is really interesting. Yeah.
I fall into some of this scam token, then I lose my money. Beside that, if you can remember before the inauguration of Donald Trump, the current US president,
Yeah.
Donald Trump, yes. So I earned some money from one particular airdrop, which I would not like to mention. So before
Mm-hmm.
the US president got inaugurated, so I make sure I
Yeah.
transfer all my money from that particular airdrop, that particular token, to Solana. So after converting to Solana, I waited
Yeah.
for Donald Trump's speech before buying the Trump token. You understand? Now,
Mm-hmm.
so after buying the token, I bought the token. A few days later, before the inauguration, I left my wallet. With the mindset that after the inauguration, the market will pump.
Yeah.
To be very sincere, brothers, the other way around, ain't happen. No. I experienced the other way around. Like the market went down. So not having
Yeah.
the enough knowledge, not making my own research, not doing my own research on City and everything. So I just bought the token then, left it in my wallet. I was not taking the profits. I was watching it. Okay, you go see pump, you go still pump. But unfortunately, to be
Mm-hmm.
very sincere, I lose my money. Another thing
Wow.
is, another thing is, I used my wallet, lack of security. I used my wallet to interact. I used my wallet to interact with, external link. My main wallet, imagine.
Oh shit.
So everything got drained. I got hacked. So
Sorry
I
about
a
that.
lot of things. To be very sincere, I lost a lot of things, and it's still paining me. I swear to my God.
Yeah, I
So
feel
I
like
got drained,
what you have to do is that don't feel pain. Like just
Mhm,
see it as what's it called? As a stepping stone towards achieving a greater success. Because
mhm,
even if I tell you my story, there are some moments that I've also like lost money. But whenever I lost money, uh I don't consider it as loss. Should I tell you what I consider it as? You might be laughing at what I
hmm,
see losing money to. I see it as knowledge fee. Knowledge fee.
mhm,
You understand? Like
mhm.
I see,
Yes,
okay, I'm
yes, yes.
paying a fee to understand
Mhm,
better how not to lose next time. You
mhm,
understand? So
mm,
whenever I lose to a trader, then I believe that or I lose to something, which is my money, then I believe that there is someone smarter than me out there. How can I be more smarter than that person? So that
mhm,
is the next thing. And, when I have the mindset, I'll definitely want to check out the mistake I'm making. And I would definitely want to check out what am I getting wrong. So,
mhm,
because of this is what makes us better. You get, yeah. So,
mm.
um, so I'm with you. Okay. So
Yes, thank
now,
you very much for that. Thank you.
as we trade right now, as we are speaking right now, can you still see my screen?
Yes, from my side, I
Okay.
can. No, yes, I can't really
Uh,
see now. I can see your screen now.
oh, like I'm sharing my screen. Can any other
I can
person see my
I
screen?
can see it very clear. Can see it.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
So this is
yes,
what I want
yes.
every one of us to do. So please, are we like for some of us, if we are trading meme coin before or we are new to meme coin, this is a very good would I say tutorial or class section for every one of us. And because this is the knowledge, like nobody will want to like share online. Like most time, you rarely find people telling you their secret to how they make money. But right now, for me, I'm just going to share it because my own main purpose is that I see every one of us at a particular stage whereby we need to break out of even, or we need to break out, and then if every one of us is making money, it doesn't really reduce the number of liquidity that is in the market. Like there is enough room for everybody to make money and it and then there's no like bad market. There's nothing like uh this market is bear, this market is bull. We have to remove that conception. Like we just have to understand the direction of markets and we move with the direction of markets. I mean, we move with the flow. So right here, I'm just going to explain some things we need to like do when we are trading. Number one is like you have to make sure you are using the best tool. And whatever tool you are using, you have to understand everything. Like don't rush into trading. Take your time. Like for example, now this is Jupiter Mobile. You know, you should ask me, why am I using Jupiter Mobile? We have Phantom, we have Software, and why am I not using these particular? I'm going to open my app store. We have a lot of wallets. We have MetaMask. MetaMask supports, what's it called? MetaMask supports, Solana. So why am I not using MetaMask? Why am I not using, Trust Wallet? So it comes, or it boils down to the point that I have to use what will make me have an edge over other people that are trading. Because I know that on a single trade, I should have like 100 people trying to make money together. And all of us cannot make money because someone has to lose to the other person for the other person to like, cash out and then be profitable, right? So, now, we are just 10. So, which means like we are just 10% of 100 minimum trader we're expecting in the market. So it means that for majority of us on this life, it should be possible for us that we are in this same group to hit 2x easily if we truly understand what is happening in the market and if we are sure about what we are doing. Sometimes you have to be confident as well. So yeah, I'm going to show us. So this is Jupiter Mobile. So what you have to download is Jupiter Mobile. So you just search for Jupiter Mobile. You are going to see it here. So right now it's asking me to update. I'm going to update. We have Phantom. You can also use Phantom to trade, but I'll advise you to use Jupiter Mobile. Why? Number one is that Jupiter Mobile has an integrated uh and a separate like the RPC that makes sure that whenever you try to trade or you try to swap any transaction, it does it very fast. So I'm going to open Jupiter Mobile. Last year, I was advising a lot of people to use Solana Trojan. We were actually using Trojan, but one way or the other, because we had no time for discussion like this. A lot of people don't understand the concept of slippage. Like, uh, some of us increase slippage up to like 100%, and you increase slippage to up to 100% means that you're probably going to lose all your money. And even I'm going to tell you a secret. So when you download most of these applications or most of these bots, or you go to most of these platforms, so these are things you have to like. If you have a pen or anything, try to note them because I'm telling you whatever I'm saying right now is from experience and is from the keynote that actually made me like profitable. I mean, a long way. So I don't think I think Tommy Singh. So you're on the call. Please note all these things so that you can make a thread out of it uh, for our tweets, basically on this discussion. So because anyone trading with me, I want to make sure that we are eating 2x together minimum. Because what I've noticed is that the pattern of our trade, I'm not guaranteeing. I mean, I do not guarantee that 10 out of 10 of our trade is going to eat well, but I can give you guarantee and confidence that okay, eight of 10, 7 of 10, we can eat 2x easily. And that means that if you have $100, you split it to $10, it means that we can get additional $80, $70 added to our initial $100. That is simply the meaning. And again, you have to you have to be very good with your math. So because trading is like you calculating. Trading is like you have to understand finance with trading. To be honest, this is not a joke. Forget anything you've studied in school. Like you have to understand a little bit of finance or mathematical approach. The reason why I'm telling you is that okay, this single 1.66% to some people is like a wide margin. I mean, you can see my screen, right? So you see that this plus 1.66% to some people is like a wide margin in terms of their own profit making. Why am I saying this? Is that the number of the number of souls they have, if it increases by 1.66%, it determines the amount of profits they are going to make, for example, someone is having like $100,000 worth of, so 1.66% is like a good margin for him because it's going to be making around $1,660. Am I right? Any mathematician in the building, if I'm correct with that? Okay, so that is
You're right.
basically okay. So if I'm right, that is basically what it means. So, but for a lot of us who are trying to, you can see me open like a very small, what's it called? You can see me opening like this account is just at $13, and I don't really like all these what did they used to call it, competition, or okay, I want to build $13 to $130, because sometimes it puts you on unnecessary pressure, and I believe a lot of people that do that is always scam, to be honest, because I don't want to know how you will be under pressure and then you will be able to like do everything. There's something might be wrong along the way. You actually win, but at the same time, if you are trading under pressure just to like showcase that your skill to someone or anything like that, I mean, personally, it's not a good approach because it's not everybody out there that has, that good intention for everyone to make money together. So everyone has their own reason for doing whatever they like. So yeah, let's really move to the next thing. So how do we now we have this tool which is called Jupiter. Let me quickly walk us through because once you download a tool like this, the next thing you want to understand is so number one is that don't forget you have to understand the slippage. The slippage, but for Jupyter Mobile, you don't have any problem with slippage. But if you are using like other trading bots, this is where these trading bots make money. They make money off like you setting, you not understanding. They actually make more money. You not understanding how the platform work. You understand? I mean, that is where they make their money. Like you paying higher bribe fee, higher priority fee, you setting your slippage to high, at the end of the day, you don't come out profitable. Basically, if you are trading with lower amounts, maybe if you are using higher amounts, and maybe you are the developer, you might not really want to, but nobody on net set 100% slippage. Maximum should be like 50%, and 50% means that uh your margin, the trading margin is going to be like 50% of wherever you want to get in or wherever you want to get out. So it's like that. So let me move straight to the point. Yeah. So when you open your app, you have the navigation easy. I have a lot of wallets here. You can have multiple wallets. And when you are trading, probably you have like $1,000 you want to trade. One thing I'll tell you is that if you are trading a low market cap token, don't just throw in $1,000 at once. It doesn't really make sense. So because the best approach is always to like DCA. I wouldn't even tell you most of my trades, please don't throw in $1,000 into them. Maximum you should do is one Solana, two Solana. Maybe if you are greedy enough, three Solana is enough. Yeah. If you are throwing $1,000, bro, you might risk it all. Right now in the market, this is what is happening in the market. So I do not like I'm just telling you what is happening off and I should have not all these things done. It would have been easier. So let me take it one by one. So right now you can see like the option to trade. You can see the pro edition. Please, you don't have anything to do with this pro. This is like more of gambling. And then you can see like send. You want to send your money out. So basically, we have two tab. We have to like focus on the portfolio tab and the trade tab. Those are like the two important tab we need to like focus on. So what I'm saying here is that already Jupyter Mobile have fixed the problem of slippage. You don't have any problem with slippage or anything like that. You just go straight to trading. And again, Jupyter Mobile help you pay your transaction fee. I don't know if you know about that, but Jupyter Mobile save you some fee. Like for example, look at my saved fee here. So I've traded around $312, 21 swap, and up till August 24, I've saved like $2.34. I'm actually not concerned about that. So you study something about me, I've, I mean, if you notice that most of the time, whenever I make profits, okay. So this is what I do. Whenever I make profits, if I use like maybe 0.5 Solana to make 1 Solana, what I do immediately is remove 0.5 Solana out of my wallet and put it into my saving wallet. The reason is because you don't want to be addicted to like gambling, so that uh you don't abuse your own personal principle. The reason why I say this is that money is so crazy. Like already you have the skill, you have everything, but you might not adhere to your own principle. And whenever you go against your principle or the winning formula, you are definitely going to lose 100%. You will lose. But you stick to your winning formula, you keep winning, you keep eating. It is sometimes hard because it has to do with your psychology. When you are trading, like for example, with $13, I enter into a trade. The trade gives me additional $13. Then I go into the community of that particular token and they are telling me that the trade is going to $1 million. It start affecting my psychology that, oh, instead of me taking out $13, which is already my profit, why not put additional 1 Solana that I have saved somewhere? Then you bring the money from your other wallet, put it into it. Then immediately you are doing that. With this type of market we are, trust me, you are making a mistake already. And 80% chance you will lose that money because you have already now you are not working with your principle again. You are not working with your psychology approach. You have changed your methodology completely. The kind of methodology you are using right now is going to be like greed. You are now being so greedy. And once you are greedy in the market, bro, your money will go for vanishing. That's just it. But if you maintain your consistent eat, $13 profit, you remove it, maybe you sell like 95%. Always sell 95%, leave 5% for gamble. That's okay. So 13 plus 13, that's $26, right? You can remove 95%. 95% will be like you getting out with like $24. And then you leave the remaining $2 for gambling. Maybe the $2 can do 10x, and that's gonna be another $20 for you, like that. Otherwise, you are secure for the next trade. So that's the number one thing you understand. Then again, um don't forget, be familiar with this particular Jupiter mobile. So what do you need to do again? What you can do again is that you probably don't want to start switching like from here to like desk screener often. So there is a web here. You can just click on the web and then you can type in desk screener link here, so that easily the moment you copy your trade. Oh shit, I'm on VPN. So it's asking me. Please, if there's any question, note it down so that at the end of these old stuff. So we are going to the real deal. The number one thing is understand how slippage works. Number two is like get familiar with your tools. Even if you are using a trading bot, understand that slippage matters. Understand that okay, so this is the screener. Okay, because I have the app, it's opening up the app for me. So let's say I have some good token that I believe they are deep, can be aimed. But I'm not recommending, don't buy anything I'm doing right now. Don't buy them. Always the preferable method is that you buy a new trade. Honestly, just buy a new trade, get out very, very fast. This stupid token has a potential, and this is how I research on it. So the first thing you want to do is that the moment you get a contract address will come like this. A contract address is this is the pair. You don't need the pair. This is stupid. This is stupid. So stupid is the contract address in front of stupid. You copy it. Then let's say it was dropped in the group and you want to trade with it. So let me just go to my home page. See, whatever that is happening on this home page of the screener, believe me, most of the time the token here are actually, most time they are just like token that are paid very fast, uh for rug pull. You understand? So I don't feel sometimes you can come to Desperate yourself to research, but you know, you'll probably be buying the top of the market if you are not so careful. Because now what some of the things you have to consider is that if you are with low liquidity, it's also so important that you don't gamble on high market cap. Basically, because of this period, you you have to understand the range at which the markets get to before dumping. So I'll tell you for a fact that before a project rug nowadays, it gets to like uh uh 40K. Most of the rugs happen at 40K, 30K. If you are so lucky, on a good trade, it gets to like 100K to 200K market cap. So this is the current situation of the market. So if they are telling you that a project or a meme coin is going to 1 million, please do not believe it, because you have to understand the volume and the power purchase of people in the market. So if you buy a token, and probably you would, when I'm dropping CA of a token, it's always around 20K, 15K, like that. And you have to be very fast. Once I drop the token, you get in. I'll tell you how to do my research and things I try to note while doing my research. I'm going to show you everything we have to understand here right now. So hope I'm not getting bored. I mean, or hope we are not getting bored. Let me see the number of us
Not
that are on
at
the
all.
space.
Not at all.
Okay, cool.
No,
Cool,
no,
cool.
no, no.
All right. So yeah. Um so right now, like, see, don't use the main page of the screener. It's always so dangerous. So what you have to do is, like, for example, if I research a token, I'll tell you how to do my research before, like, I've actually pasted the token address. Because at the end of the day, what I want every one of us to be able to do is also to be able to like make this kind of research. Even you also, at the end of the day, you can drop alpha for me, and I'll be able to like be confident in trading with you. Like, be confident in buying whatever you send to me. Or you send into the group that, okay, this person have actually done the right research. So like I've said, you have to check the volume, the volume, uh the market volume. So if the market volume is low compared to like yesterday, it means that if, for example, project have been eating 200K market cap, 500 or 1 million, then if the market volume drop the next day, you should have the mindset that any project you're trying to buy is not going to eat 1 million or 500K. So you divide it by two, whatever you are trading. So you would have the mindset that, oh, immediately it's like 100, 200K, I'm out of the trade. So yeah. But right now, for me, most projects that I try to research, this is what I do. I try to like get them very early. We get into it like 20K, maximum 30K. If I drop the trade and you are 5 minutes late to the trade, and I told you that, okay, this trade, I got into it at 20K, 30K market cap, and you are late to the trade, please don't buy it. Maybe the trade already did X2. Please just leave. Or you wait for the main entry of that 20, 30K. Yeah, so that's one of the best things to do. And when a token is at 20K, most of the time it bonds at around 70K market cap. So it means that if you had bought a token with me at 20K, and this token is actually pushed by the right community or by people that are actually throwing funds into it, because sometimes the community can be faked. Yeah. So, but what I actually trying to study is the movement of money, the movement of liquidity into the project. Even if it's fake, but anyone pushing it is actually putting his money to push it. Then I'll try to like, check his wallets. If I'm seeing that, okay, this guy's having balance, it's like that, then I can try to also put my money into it. But all these things, all these things I'm saying happen very fast. Like, as I'm talking to you, I have my iPad with me that I do research with, and I also have my PC open. So if I see a trade, the moment I see the trade, I don't just go and buy it. I quickly check. As I'm talking to you, I quickly copy and paste, check the community, check who posted it, check all these happen. I have like 2 minutes, just 2 minutes to do that. Then immediately I do that, I buy. Then once I buy, I post it into the group that, oh, and enter this particular trade at 20K market cap. And you don't need to rush. Even if I tell you it's at 20K, just wait for that entry. You still get the entry no matter what. Because trade most of the time, it don't just move like in a linear pattern, you know. It goes up, come down. Then when it comes down, it gives you that entry to enter at whatever I've entered. I try to make sure that, okay, this kind of project is not a rug pull. So it will give us time for everybody to enter. And if you notice that you are unable to enter, just lock up. You wait for the next trade. If you are unable to enter at that particular market cap or at the range, like for example, I've entered a trade at 20K market cap, maximum you should enter is 25K. Because if you are entering at 40K, it means that for you to have 2x, you have to wait till like it gets to 80K. 2x means that 40 times 2. And 20, if you have entered with me at 20K or 25K, it means that you have the option to get out at 20 times 2 of the market cap, which is going to be like 40K market cap. And if it's 25 you entered, which is safe for you, it's going to be at 50K market cap. And it means that you can actually not wait for it to reach 50K. You can just get out at 80% profit. 80% profit is much, if you would say, or maybe 100% profit is actually much. Because if you know what it takes to make profits, you understand that profit is profit at some stage. Basically, what is happening right now is the condition of the market. And if you don't follow this approach, you probably tend to like lose it all into the market. And one of the good things to understand in the market is that you have to preserve your capital till the right market bull run approach. When it comes to bull run, it's so easy to hit like 10x, 100x. Like for example, very beginning of this year, we hit like 100x, and since then up to now, I've not been able to like get a trade to hit 100x. So that is how, and that is like 6 months later. You understand? So that is how crazy it is to make money in the market. And yeah, so these 100 days I'm talking about, a lot of my guys made crazy money, like with just little profits putting into it. But that is because the market was so lively and everything seems to be easy because people are pulling funds out there and the liquidity was so okay. Like the price movement, everything was good, and that's it. So today you can see a lot of things I've been searching. This is my search tab. So yeah, I said stupid is like a good token you can buy. But again, I'm not saying you should buy. Please, I'm not recommending, don't buy anything on this. Like you are liable to lose 100% of your money, because I'm just saying based on my own research, like I researched on stupid because if you check this stupid we've already made 2.5x on it. So please don't buy it, or 2.7x rather from it. So for me personally, I'm not holding this stupid anymore. If you like, you should go to 100x, you should go to 1,000,000x. Since it doesn't act fast with the movement, then I'm probably tend to lose my money, or probably maybe out of my profit, I can bring in 5% of my profit and put it into it as move bag, maybe as something that can do 10x later. But right now, I'm actually not even holding most coin because I don't believe in anything in this market. What I'm believing right now is just how the money move. I'm just following the money movement, and that is just what I do to be able to accumulate profit. So, like I said, once you go back to your wallet, the Jupiter Mobile, don't forget anytime you make money. So this guy, because I already installed the app, that's why it's linking me back to uh desk screener. But for some of us, it might be so comfortable. If you open desk screener here, then you just close the tab, go to your uh, Jupiter Mobile, then you click on trade, paste the contract address, and you buy. So let me tell you something I do. So when I discovered Stupid what I tried to search about Stupid was that I saw a KOL talking about being stupid, and which was like Bongai. Bongai. Bongai is a very popular guy on Twitter. So again, you have to be familiar with what is happening on Twitter. as well. These are so important stuff. So for me, like this 1.3 million stupid is just for you to understand. I know what is happening in the market. By tomorrow, or let's say give it this week, it should hit like 1.82 million. That's the maximum it can go. Maybe this week. Then again, it might also like maybe I mean, it's very rare for it to go below 1 million. If it goes below 1 million in market cap, then it means that whoever is pushing this stupid, is already tired. And if another person does not take over, it's going to zero. But if by the end of this week, but these are like probability, which doesn't make sense. And once we are giving probability, then we are already gambling. I don't like it. I always prefer something that is sure. So with that, you can see how I'm analyzing and how I'm actually giving myself like a round report of it. So this is how I pick my trade. So for example, I'm not going to buy this stuff because it will be giving, because I want to get into a trade and leave the trade almost same day or few hours later. That's how to trade right now. Because if you check the statistics of trading right now, the average minutes people are holding a token is around 9 to 10 minutes, maybe 8 to 10 minutes like that. And people are not buying a token and hold it more than 10 minutes. So it means that if you are holding a token more than 10 minutes in this market, then probably you want to become what's it called? You want to become there's something they call it. You want to become, I mean, you want to support the community. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me just feel like that. But I think it has a term. Probably you want to support the community, and that is the main reason why you hold it, or probably you love it. And in the future, you want to CTO the project. Otherwise, if you are here to make money in meme, because right now, just speaking, there are millions of meme being rolled out in the market. So, now let's go into research. Right now, we have a token that have been sent to us or that we have randomly seen. What are the things to consider before trading? Now, the reason why you trade whatever I drop is because you probably trust my research, right? That's why you pick on whatever I drop and you trade it. So now, let's go back to like trust process. Yeah. So what makes me also pick a trade before giving it to you is because I'm trusting my instinct and my research as well, and I'm trusting some factors. And what are the factors I'm trusting? So let me give it to you. The community build up. The community build up in terms of what I'm saying is this. So now, if you check this token, I'm going to check what are people saying about it. So I click on the see. Don't give a fuck about. Oh, sorry. Uh don't don't consider nowadays. You see these websites of a thing and Telegram of a thing is not a factor to consider. What you have to consider right now is just the Twitter. Any market action happening right now in meme is based on the uh, Twitter presence of that particular meme. So just click on Twitter. When you click on Twitter, then you can see boom, it takes me to like the stupid community. Now we have 3.1K member. I like I said, I have 2 minutes to do all this research. Once I get the token contract, so I'm definitely when I'm researching, I'm so fast with what I'm doing. And again, I have other screen open to also assist me in being fast trades wherever I'm saying, because what I'm saying and believing is what I'm trying to use in the approach of which I want to enter the trade. Like now, we can see that this is a good trade because as we have been speaking, it gives us the time and opportunity to actually check what is happening on the trade. It has actually maintained 1.3 million so far, like more than 5 million that we have been speaking. So it means that this kind of trade is not highly manipulated or it is not highly volatile. What it means by that is that someone is not trying to like tricking people into it, then dump immediately, or somebody is not trying to like, uh, you know, just bring in fake addresses to manipulate the market. So right now, so the things you have to check is like, okay, check the members. Once you check the member, who is the admin? The guy called himself fanboys. So you can look at the people. What I look is like, okay, people that follow this guy. So this is legend. This is a good guy that has a lot of traders. So if he's following this guy, I feel like okay, I can I can ahead. So this guy that is post just come up. This is a bunk guy. So I want to show you one of the reason. So this is bunk guy, and this bunk guy particularly is one of the guy leading uh or have been able to like speak about useless token. I don't know if you know about useless token on bunk. Is useless token is one of the most is one of the token that has grabbed attention of a lot of whales in this recent week. So whatever that is surrounding this bond guy has tendency to like push forward. And so these are like factors we are considering, right? So let me go back to like so I just show you bond guy and I told you what bond guy have been doing in this space. It has been pushing useless token and useless token. Let me see. Let me quickly go back to my desk screen. I'll show you the market cap for useless token. Useless token is currently around 274 million market cap. Okay, cool. So, stupid is what we are researching about, right? And then I go back to stupid token. So what happened is that uh after checking the community looks like something I can trust. Like, okay, there are guys that people trust on this space that are into the project, right? Then I'm going to check the current activity of whatever they are saying about the token. If in four wallets, blah blah blah, give away. Okay, it means that they are working. They're trying their best to like push the token. Okay, they are telling me about the roadmap. 27 minutes ago, someone is talking about it's the D, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it looks like there is an attention on it, right? I'm just saying, like, assuming it was a fresh token. This is no longer a fresh token. People are just trying their best to revive the community and to push it. But these are just like factors we have to consider. The community looks like a lot of things are happening, right? Then I am going to go back to my desk screen and again. Don't forget you have to be very fast with all this stuff we are doing. Then the next thing you want to do, you want to check the chart. Chart is also a good thing to understand how a chart work. So what is happening on the chart? So you can zoom in to understand that okay. So currently it's at 1.3. What has been the highest point it has reached from for the last 3 days? So if we look at it for the last 3 days, then the highest, the all-time high is around 4.3 million. Okay, so if I buy this guy right now and he's maintaining a resistance around average resistance, let me see. Okay, it has not fall below let me see, 1.5 million for a while. But tonight it fell below the resistance point. So right now it's around 1.2 million. But that's what I'm saying that I don't have conviction to like buy this stuff. Assuming it was, let me say, assuming it was around this range, assuming it was around this particular, you can see this range 1.5. You can see when it was maintaining 1.5, then I can at least gamble on it. Well, anybody that bought the token around 1.5 would have like, make maybe like 50% in profit or 30% in profit if he sold at this particular point. Otherwise, anyone buying at this particular point is still at loss. So yeah, these are things you have to check. So for a very fast moving market cap of like maybe 20K market cap, you don't have time to check all these sheets. So what you have to do is just that focus on the entry. If the entry should be like, okay, don't enter at high market cap. Make sure you are entering at least 20K below. That's the best. Even if you are opportune to like enter 10K is also good for you. And you will also have another settings in mind. If you enter at 10K and you notice that it is going to like it's going below 10K, you can decide to like sell 50% of the token just to reserve your capital. Because this is me. A token can go from any market cap to zero. But I'm just giving you like if you a kind of keynote to have at the back of our mind. So if you're getting a 10K and you notice it pull down to like 7K, you can remove 50%. So if you notice that it is going back, then you wait a little bit. You still check if the market is actually not manipulated or if something, because normally you enter at 10K, it should be going up, not going down. Even if it's going down, probably at some point you check the community and you notice that there's something wrong, you can just get out of that trade. That trade is not giving you the right vibe. And then you don't want to lose your money for the next trade. Because every trade, you have to see every trade as, as an opportunity for you to win, not to lose. So it is like, okay, you have like $13. Okay, so even let's practicalize what I'm saying right now. So now this guy has gone below, so below what it was supposed to be. So I'm going to buy at 1.2 million. I'm just giving us an example. So, and we use this to practicalize. So I've copied it. I've checked what I want to check. I've checked the chart movement. I've checked the resistance point. What I want to check again is that I want to check the top trader. How many people have traded and made money? So somebody bought 12K, sold 227K. So it means that there are a lot of pro trader and insider on the trade. 17K, so 200K. Then, okay, the liquidity is fine. People are actually extracting. That's what it means, because someone selling 215K, 200K, 30K. These are the people that are not making it go above, the all-time high. So you have to be careful. And then again, I try to check the orders. So with the news I heard that made me drop the trade when I dropped the trade was that 3% of this token was airdropped to like Bonk guy. That was the guy who was pushing useless token that is currently at 300 million. So this sounds like a bullish news for anyone that wants to get in. And I got in. I think I dropped the trade around 1.5 million. Yeah. And it got to like 3.7 to 4 million. Yeah. So but because I was having no doubt then, the moment they said the airdrop 3% of the token to Bongai. So, and you have to confirm that. So this is 3% of the token. Who is holding it? Then just click on this arrow here. Then it's open my soul scan. And immediately I see this. So this is Bonkai wallet address. You can see him holding useless coin, right? He's holding $7 million worth of useless coin. He's holding Project 89. Yeah, this Project 89, I dropped it for us last year. And I think we made minimum of 50 years on Project 89. Those were a good time. I'm hoping it comes back again. So yeah, I'm just going to check. So this is stupid, he's holding 44,000. And this kind of guy is not going to sell 44,000 worth of the token. I'm 100% sure of that. So it means that to some extent, I mean, you can't really trust crypto guys though, but at least to some extent it seems safe for them giving 3% to Bongai. And in expectation, they've dropped the token to him. In expectation, what could happen is that maybe any day we'll talk about it if he sees that the community, and for them to have a drop 44,000, it means that the community also want to work hard. But don't forget, these guys already cashed out. So if you look at the top trader, you can see that somebody bought 12K, sold 200 and something like insider. Like me and you cannot get this profit margin easily. We can make 5K, 10K, 20K. But once it's getting to like 200K, you have to be inside the team, or you have to know about. I mean, luck alone can bring you this. That's just one thing to note. Um, yeah. So this is 1.298. Like this is the lowest it has been. So I have my $13 here. I'm going to paste it in the contract address. So don't forget how you get familiar with using the mobile app, which is your tool. You have to be so familiar with it. And you can see how I'm doing everything so fast. So yeah. So for example, let's say that this is me, getting a trade, in the group. So what I've done is like, it's going to be like this. So let's say I've copied the trade in the group. Then the next thing is open my desk screener immediately, then paste the contact address here. So I'm just saying that I have 2 minutes to do this, right? This is 2:39, and I have 2 minutes to do my research to get my entry. So I've dropped the trade in the group, and I said that I enter into the trade at 1.2 million. So you should do your research and get in. Okay, it's now at 1.3 million. It seems fair for me, right? Okay, then the next thing I want to do is check the chat, sorry, check the community. So immediately it opens the community, 3.1K community, who is talking about it. I have 2 minutes, don't forget, or 1 minute. So I check the members. Who is the admin of this group? I check him, 11.7K follower, followed by someone trusted, right? Okay, he's talking about the token. Then it gives me a little bit of benefit of doubt. Then I check what is happening. Okay. 30 minutes ago, someone is talking about it. 36 minutes ago, they are creating meme, they are creating traction about it. I spent 1 minute doing that. It's still at 1.3 million. That's my entry, right? Then I go to the top trader, how much have they made? This is a little bit risky for me, so I'm not going to put all my money into it. Then I also check the orders. Orders are important. We have 3%. 3% means looks a little bit suspicious. 1.4%, 1.3% is good. So who is holding 3%? Then I check the address. And then I have the last few seconds for me to enter the trade. Okay, someone that has 7 million is holding it. Then useless coin definitely is bond guy. Then I cancel it. Then and the trade is coming from a trusted source, right? Then I go back to my Jupiter. Jupiter is the bad ass. Yeah, Jupiter is so fast. So once you paste the address, you're allowed to paste. You click on it, then just buy 50% of wherever you are holding, and then click on swap. Okay. So you see how fast is this? Then you click on refresh. You refresh the app. So I have $6.82 in it. My money is so small that what I'm expecting to get out of this is like maybe 30%. I'm not expecting 2x from this trade. Don't expect 2x. Don't raise your hype too. I mean, don't raise your hope too high on this kind of trade because, I told you, I've already checked the charts. Look at the charts. Look at what is happening. A lot of people extracted already. So who is going to bring in? So the question is, who is going to bring in the 200K that these guys have extracted? Me that I'm having $16 to trade. How am I going to pump the token? It's not possible. So I have to wait for the guys that has the real liquidity to pump the token for us. And look at the buys, so slow. $3, $5. So these are market makers. So nothing really is happening. I'm just going to wait for the team that are probably, remove the money to bring in like 1K, 3K, 5K. So for me, this is my exit. I'm going to leave this trade at 1.5 or maybe at most 1.6, 1.8. I'm leaving the trade. I'm going to be selling like 95%. And with that, I'm just going to be getting maybe $3 to $2 in profit added to my wallet. But one thing you need to understand is that profit is profit. Why? Is because if you don't lose in a trade, it gives you more motivation to continue. Number one. Number two is that you are reserving your capital. And then it makes you feel like, okay, I know what I'm doing because you're not losing, right? And then again, when we're talking about profit is profit, the main reason why profit is that it gives you an opportunity for another day. It means that when the next trade is coming, you have money to trade, not that you lose everything into the market. So right now, you can see how this kind of trade is stable. So, and you will notice something. You see, I'm not putting on my $30 into stupidity. So I'm not putting all my egg into one basket. Probably I can find a better trade before the night ends. Then I can use the other $6 to buy. And even I'm not going to use $6 to buy. I'll be buying with $3. That is how you trade. And I'm not dreaming that $6 will turn to $6,000. You can see that I'm actually not against my principle. I already know what is happening in the markets. I checked everything. $6 can just give me $2 or $3. And every dollar counts. That's just it. Every dollar counts. If you lose the $3 to the market or $2 to the market, you will feel the pain no matter what. So don't think like, okay, the $2, because this is how you discipline yourself. The same way you can understand that $2, $3 can't when you have $16. It's going to be the same way you understand how it feels when you also have $1,600. So with that, and let me tell you something, the moment I turn the $16 to $32, for me, I'm going to remove like $10 and put it in my savings and continue again. So this is how you don't lose, and then it avoid you round tripping. I don't know if you know the meaning of round tripping in crypto. Like you make profit from stupid email, and then you feel like, okay, I already come on, this trading stuff is so easy. And you know, you've already removed your profit. See, once you remove a profit on a token, one of the good thing you can do for yourself is not to enter again, or to enter using percentage of your profits if you can't really control your emotion at that moment. So you have to be careful with that. So these are like some little things like they don't tell you online, and people just want to post screenshot about their wins, and they don't tell you the process. Basically, a lot of people are looking for students and someone to buy course. Probably they just want you to like maybe to farm engagement, things like that. So we have a lot of bad players, a lot of bad actors. So for you to really understand how it works, it's not even just me explaining what I've explained tonight. You also have to bring in your real money, your hard-earned money. So you have to bring in your hard-earned money also to play the game, test it out. But don't forget, like I said, if you lose, don't really let it get to you. You see it as knowledge fee. And don't forget, don't use the money that you can't afford to lose to play. I think it's something a lot of people have said repeatedly. If not at this money, I can't lose it, then don't bring it into trading because we are taking risk. Like tonight now, I've taken a risk to make $2. So before everybody wake up tomorrow, I'm $2 richer than some people. $3 richer than some people. And if I'm lucky, I could be $6 richer. That's a risk. But a lot of people will go to bed without taking any risk. Wake up tomorrow morning, you can see that is actually moving, right? So these are just like based on research, but at the same time, you can see that it's risk that I'm trying to take. So it has moved by 1.1%. And don't forget, so once I take the profit, I'm going to screenshot and show you. I'm confident to some extent that I can take profit out at 1.5 million. Yeah. But you can see that even while I'm confident with my research, I'm not putting the money that is too massive into it because I'm just, I'm just an human being at the end of the day. I don't know. It's not my money that is inside the trade that will tell me or that will make me understand what these guys want to do with the token because they could wake up tomorrow and feel like, oh, this thing is just stressing us. Let's remove our money and leave it to them. It happens. So, but yeah, and another thing is that if community is so powerful, if you are able to like find a real community on any project, they are so powerful in such a way that even if the developer decided to like go AWire, the community can come together and make something happen. So these are like they would what community does is just like they would hold the base of the token. Like they will make sure that okay, for example, the developer left the project at 1.2 million, then or let's say 500 million. Okay, so you still have somebody pumping $500 now. So these are like more pumps that I need, not all these $2. $2 is not going to do anything on this kind of trade. And you will notice that people are not selling, right? So it means that there is a belief, a kind of belief. So if anything happens on this trade, is basically insider team or someone that is holding huge amount of the token. That's if anything happens. And these are the people to be scared of. Like you never can tell, like, okay, somebody can be on the trade and also want to extract 200K. So you're probably like, he's waiting, but you can't blame him. He has also taken some risk. So there's someone that just bought $100. I couldn't take $100 risk. So, but he took $100 risk. And if by tomorrow he made $50 in profit and we remove it, I'm not going to blame him. Okay, why don't you wait for me to make profit before you remove it? So everyone is coming into the trade with the information they have, with the knowledge I have. With what I'm saying now, someone can also have a better info, a better winning formula compared to what I have. And that is the edge it has against me when it comes to, you know, trading this stuff. So there's someone I mean, on this particular trade that knows that this trade is going to like is going to hit 2 million, 10 million. But for me, I don't have the knowledge. And knowledge is so powerful that it determines how far we can go. So for me, I think how far I can go with my knowledge is just 1.5 million. Anything that happens after that, then win and kudos to the guys that have been able to do the research or have the information at hand. So yeah, for me, I don't have any more information than to just comply with my research and be disciplined with it. So yeah, that is how we try to like analyze the markets, and that is how we try to like check on tokens that are not going to work. It's always better for you to understand how to research yourself than depending on someone, because for me now, I have the information and I know that I can always make money whenever I eat the right information. But for you, you probably don't have the information, so you have to wait till you get information. But it's always better. And if you can make the research yourself, because at the same time, uh they say like when you combine good information together, you get better or greater results. So that's how it works. So if you have your info, you get another person info, you match them together, you might get a better result than what was actually expected. So this is all I have to like talk about tonight. And then I believe like one way or the other, we've been able to like grab one thing that we've learned on this page. So I'm going to go back to like us asking question, and then we can move towards like having to round up the space. So please, do we have anyone here with us that want to ask one or two questions about what we try to analyze? Don't forget, go and download this Jupyter mobile. It's so important. It has been saving me a lot these days compared to the Trojan we have been using, because right now this one has interface. It shows you can just refresh, $16.19 before, now we have $16.2. So like that. So assuming we've entered a 20K market cap trade, $6 would have turned to like $12 real quick, bam. So, but don't forget everything that have been mentioned. Please take note of them. It's really important. If you miss the entry, just wait for the next trade. But if you can do the research based on what I've been said tonight, yeah, fine. So please, do we have anyone that has, one thing you can just,
I have a
go ahead.
question.
So Peter Kevison, go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Is this when you enter a trade, do you this thing like add stop loss, stuff like that, like so that you just like sell whenever you want to sell, or you just watch it yourself to forward? Like, do you make use of bots, or you just watch it yourself manually and sell? And what do you recommend?
Okay, nice. It depends on our different schedule. Like for some of us now, uh, we might not really have much time, to get into trade and monitor how to move. So if you want to set stop loss, it's so easy. I'm going to explain how to do it with Jupyter Mobile. If you want to set that, okay, I don't want to lose more than this, and you can set a stop loss and you can set a take profit. Let me show you how to do that. So easy. And then with that, you don't have any trouble. There are tools. I mean, there are other tools that can be used for that as well, but I don't want us to go too deep tonight. There are other things we can actually use when we are talking about stop loss, take profit. We have like there are like other platform like GMVN, Axon Pro, but that might be too complicated for us as we are trying to navigate, little things. That's why I prefer like, okay, let's use some simple UI, like what Jupyter Mobile have done. Yeah. So to answer your question, Peter Kevison, you can see that my $6.9 have turned to $7. You can see how it's moving. So my target is to make $2. I'm not greedy, and I don't want to lose my $6. So immediately it reaches $9, I'm getting out of the trade. I leave the rest for anyone that have the confidence enough to push through. So like I'm saying, so I can then go to like what can I go to? So if I want to set stop loss, then I go to my trade, and you can see on this platform, you can see there is instant trade, there is trigger, and there is recurring. If you want to set stop loss or take profit, use the trigger. So once you use the trigger, then you have these arrow that show up and down. That means like switching button. So I can switch. So once I switch, then I can click that I want to sell 75% of stupid Inu, but not now. You get that is like trigger it at what time? That's what it's saying. And how do I do that? So I can do my trigger to like this is for take profits actually, and this is really what we need the most for the kind of trade we do. And but sometimes this thing, sometimes it's slow to trigger sometimes. And then that's why, for me personally, I monitor my trade or I leave it once I'm confident enough that okay, it's going to actually eat whatever I want to eat. So I can say that I want to sell 75% at a particular amount. So if I'm selling 75% of stupid, it's going to give me $5.25. But right now, I'm not selling at that range. So let me go here. So I'll just say that I want to sell it at it's telling me that I should use market price. If I use market price, it's going to be like, okay, when do I want to sell it? So let's check this together. This is what make Jupiter Mobile so easy to use. So it's telling me that I can sell it when one stupid is equals to 0.00062. So that's not when I want to trigger it. So for you to save your time, just calm down. You can say all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 buttons. You don't need to stress yourself about it. Look at the plus 5%. So you can just click on plus 5%. So it means that, okay, trigger it when this particular trade reach plus 5%. But with my calculation on the chart, I'm not selling at plus 5%. I'm selling at probably around. That's why I said that we have to be very good with mathematics. This is where mathematics comes into action, or maybe if you are good with finance, either one. Then this range is where I want to sell leads. So that's gonna be like around what price? Let me see. That's going to be around um let me see, my 4% is 679, right? Okay. So if I'm selling at 1.5%, okay, I'm correct. So around I mean around 1.5.
Sorry,
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
I feel there is for people that this mathematical can be problem for. I think there is this draw line of it in on the tool of
Okay,
trading view, like this percentage movement in price, something like that.
yeah, it's showing up too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I, I don't want us to go too deep so that they don't start drawing and all because we see ourselves as beginner. You understand?
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like people like Estakov, they are so expert in all this stuff. To be honest, even for me, I don't know how to use most of these too. So, but I just know the calculation and I know when I want to get up. So yeah, around this range is going to be. Let me see. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so let's put it at like I'm selling at the moment the prices reach 10%. Yeah, 10% is okay. So that's 0.0683 Solana, right? So the price is up here. If you look at stupid, so the way I'm moving this, you can see the green, blah blah blah. So yeah, at plus 1.5% is going to be what? How much? Let me see. Okay, cool. So this is okay. Oh, sorry. So this is okay. Then I can just leave it at me taking out my profit at 8%, not even waiting for 10% of what I've invested. So yeah, then I can click on save change. But on other trades that we take, like all those fast trades, don't use 8, 10%. Just put it at like you want to get out at 100%. Between you getting out at 50 to 100% is okay. 50 to 100% will definitely eat. If you put it like that. But yeah, let's just put this one at 8% because we're not waiting too long on it. So then I can click on save change. then it shows me how much I'm going to get. So it means that, let me see, if I sell at 0.00683, I'm just going to get $0.45 in return. Because I'm selling 75%. Whatever if I'm selling everything. So if I'm selling everything, I'm getting $1.2. That no, like 1 point something dollar in return. So it hasn't really reached what I want. So click on the trigger when. So let's add more percentage to it. Save change. Then okay, so still at $7.6, not what I want. Then I go back again, add another 5%, save change, go back, $7.93, not what I want, right? Then I add another 5%. So let's just put it at 30%. So 30% will give me what I want. Yeah, perfect. So 30% is okay for my exit. So with that, I can place trigger. Let me see. Yeah, so with that, it means I can sell 6.63 stupid, at 8.59, right? But me placing trigger means that I'll be paying fee for this because I'm trying to automate. So let me just try to increase again because I might probably be losing $0.6 based on the fee. Or I just leave it like this, then I will know that whatever that is coming is going to give me $2 in profit. So 30% change in the market or 30% increase in the market will give me $2 based on the amount I've invested. It's because I've just invested $6.6 and I'm expecting $2 profit margin. And that is after 30% increase in the price. So let's go back to our math. So 30% increase of right now, my entry was at 1.3 million, right? So 30 divided by 100, that's 0.3 times 1.2 million. Sorry, 1.3 million. So let's check. Yeah. So sorry, one. Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. So 30%, 30 divided by 100. So that's 0.3, right? So yeah, okay, I'm correct. So 0.3 times. Okay, so once there is a 390 increase, so that means I'm getting out. So 390 plus 1.3 million. Okay, perfect. So it means that my exit must be at 1.690. So let's go back to the chart. So my exit is around somewhere here, 1.690. Yeah. So this is my exit. Yeah, around here. So that means looking at it, this is so feasible. Like this is possible. But I don't know, I want to get that at 50% profit, but my money is so small. Like what I've invested is so small. That's why all this calculation has been so difficult for me. As soon as I add more liquidity, then I might have more peace of mind, on this particular trade. Yeah. So, but I'll just have to wait for it to move from 1.250 to 1.7 million. Let me round it up. That's the only thing I can do for me to make $2. So this is another thing. You can see why it is not so good for someone with low liquidity to come into a market like this. Because at the end of the day, I'm gambling so much for little profit. Because for a market to move from 1.2 million to 1.7 million, then a lot of fund must have been put into it. And the question is, who is going to put the fund into a market in this particular situation? So if you notice that I'm dropping trades that are not at 1 million market cap, it's just basically considering that even me personally, I don't have that huge fund, to meet up with larger market cap like this. So everything have pro and con at the end of the day. If you have larger fund that you can afford to lose, you can come to 1.1 million market cap token, then you risk it into it. But if you have low fund, it's better to stick to low market cap. But low market cap also has its own disadvantage. So all I have to do here is just to wait for good people that are on this token to pump it. Otherwise, if the bad people take over, then I'm going to go back to what Peter Kevison have said. How do I set my stop loss? Fine. So yeah, I've around something K, 17K. This set my take profit, right? This is how I set my take profit, which of course I'm going to place my trigger, right? For it to sell at this particular point. But this is what happened with Jupiter Mobile. I can set stop loss on Jupiter Mobile, but the problem right now with Jupiter Mobile is that once I set a trade, it takes it into a contract. Okay, don't let me explain the technicality of it. So what happened is that Jupiter Mobile can only allow me to do one at the time. Is that I take profit, I set it to like stop loss. That's the only thing I can set. So let me just place this trigger. So we see I place the trigger, and this is the good thing about Jupiter Mobile, so fast. So order have been placed, right? So now this is what happened. You see that it's no longer on my wallet. Don't be scared. Your money is safe. Nothing has happened. It has just moved from your own wallet to like Jupiter Exchange Control. You get. So this is one of the things that I don't like. Jupiter is not the best for setting stop loss and take profit, to be honest. What you should use Jupiter for is that you need to check any trade you can monitor. That's the best thing I can say. There are other tools you can use, and then maybe next video we'll talk about them. So where is my money right now? My money is safe. I'm just going to click here. Then here, I'll click on view details. It should automatically lose it, but I think this is how okay, yeah, it comes. So these are one of the few things why I don't use Jupiter Mobile for this stuff. So like I said, my money is with Jupiter Mobile now, not with me. So it has come to a year as a limit order. So once what's it called? Once it hits that particular price that I've set, it's going to sell it at um $8.8, just like as we have mentioned. So it's going to sell it at that price, and then automatically I can go to bed right now, sleeping confidence that okay, what I've done will give me profit before tomorrow, right? Yeah. So that's it. And the same way, as when I want to do stop loss, then I'll do the same thing. Go back to the place, use trigger, and then stop loss means that I probably want to. It's still the same thing. It's just that okay, instead of me adding plus 5%, I'm going to put minus 5-10% like that. But I don't want us to go beyond the scope of this user interface, because if I want to like set my stop loss, I can go directly to Jupiter Exchange. On Jupiter Exchange also, I can, directly interfere. But this is more simpler because it gives me option to like just add, I'm just clicking on button, and then every action is something that I can verify before I proceed. So this is okay. Let's stop here for now. And then I think next time we can go into more sophisticated tool. And this kind of tool, you don't use it on mobile. You probably use it on your PC. That's the best way you can use them. But this is like for us trading on mobile. Probably we're trading on the go. And then the only thing I can advise us to set here is to take profit. We can only set to take profit. Every other thing, you manually have to like just come here, refresh, check whatever that is happening on the token, and then you sell whenever you want to sell. All right, so let's get back to our okay, stop recording. No, 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 no. So all right. So let's get back to our discussion if we have any other question. Yeah. So Peter, everything does that really, you know, fix
Mm.
it for you? Huh?
Very well, very well. Thank you very much. Yeah, you did a great
Yeah.
work.
All right, cool, cool. So for it, you can set your stop loss. If you feel like, okay, I don't want to lose my money beyond this amount, you can set your take profit easily. Just use the Jupiter mobile and then you are fine. But this particular lesson, I'm using the lowest amount possible that I feel like, okay, we can raise. Okay, probably maybe we're working so hard and we are able to raise $15, $10, $20. And we want to also, not to miss out, or probably want to start testing our skills, you know. And then if we are doing that, uh, and then it shows that okay, we are starting small but growing bigger. like that approach. Because right now, if you lose like $20, $10, compared to you losing $1,600 or $140, $100, it is a wide margin between it. So if you can't afford to lose $100, don't come with $100. The only thing I would say is that right now, if you make $2 today, you make $2 tomorrow, and in a week you are able to like eat five trades successfully. It means that you've added 2 times $5. I mean, that's like you've added $10 to your initial $16. But a lot of us might not have the patience. But this is another virtue in trading. You must be patient. If you are not patient, you are actually riding on a two-way lane. Either you make it or you lose it. Go ahead or go on. You know. All right. So yeah, I think that was a little bit interesting for everybody. Don't worry, it is recorded, and I really love it because see, there's one thing that is very, very sure is that bull run is coming. Like there will be one time whereby all of us will be making money, like as if like Juju. Okay, I'm recording. This is going live. Sorry, it will be like as if we are the best trader in the world. It has happened and it will still happen this year. Don't worry. We will hit 100x easily. I'm so
Sure.
confident with that. Let's just wait for the market to to rise. Yeah, there is a lot of manipulation happening in the market right now that is preventing uh most trader like us not really. It will make us feel like as if we are not good enough, but it's not us. It's just that there is not enough liquidity to match up with what we know. Yeah. Okay. So Tommy Singh, do you want to say something? Okay. All right. So please, do we have any other question before we proceed? Do we have any other person? If you want to drop a contribution or maybe something else we can research on before buying a token, it will be helpful. Or maybe you have a complaint using a bot or something like that. Do we have? I think we are good, right? We spent, I mean, quite a number of hours on this space. So
Can sorry, say something.
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
So please, can you make a list of people that we can actually follow to keep up to date on Twitter?
Okay, yeah. So this is, I think I have a list, but the issue is that, I mean, this list, you have to also update it because now you might be following someone now, and all of a sudden it becomes a bad actor. You understand? So I
Yeah.
can, yeah. So you have to like, if you are following someone that is giving you the right, I mean, that is clicking it this month, next month it can change. So like, there's no specific pattern into. So I can't recommend that you have to follow somebody because, I mean, there are some people once they've been able to extract like, last year there was this guy. What's his name, sir? Paul, yeah, PolyoX. So PolyoX was so good that okay, once we drop any signal like this, it's going to million, and all of a sudden it turns to another thing, and people start losing. This guy that did like anything, no, nothing. This guy that started the trend of nothing. That was PolyoX. So PolyoX had like okay, nothing. Now okay, just send money to this address is nothing, and people started sending money, and it made around think $2 million in donation or 1 million. I'm not sure. So, but I mean, following people, I can give you the list of people to follow. Like for example, now during this meta, follow Bond Guy. Bond Guy is cool, is pushing useless, but don't buy useless. Useless is already at 300 million. I don't know how it will get to 1 billion to give you profits. So maybe if it's soft shield, there's something called soft shield. It can soft shield stupid Eno. So if it's soft shield stupid Eno, it means that stupid Eno has more potential. If stupid Eno at 1.2 million reach 10 million, it means that it's going to give you around 9x, 8x. That makes a lot of sense. So they are all on Twitter. So let me just put it on this page right now. So we have Bong Guy. I was following what's this guy, Finbag, and all of a sudden Finbag turned to a bad guy. It doesn't make sense anymore. So this is one guy. This is his name, the Unipix. So you can try to follow him. You can see that a lot of what is it called? A lot of people that I also follow are following him. So yeah, and then you have what's his name? Finbag. But don't follow this guy. This guy is moving suspicious these days. Finbag, yeah, he's the CEO of these Bags App Launchpad. So there are a lot of you know. Who else can you follow? Let me see. Let me see. Who are the creator that has power? There's this guy, Copsy, but Copsy is also a bad guy now. So the people, like, based on the research I'm doing right now, I'm not following anybody. I'm just following the price movement right now. So because all of them, all of a sudden, they can just change. This is what they do. Like they will be good for a while, and then they'll start extracting liquidity. So it's like that. So the best thing you can follow is your research skill. That's just it. Your research skill is what you can follow so that you can always update yourself. So yeah, because right now you can just see someone. It's not even about the number. There are some people like right today now. I think I bought the token that did like the token did more than 4x for me, but when I dropped it, it did 2.7x. What was the token? Let me see. So Chichi, although these guys like they are manipulator, I already know. But I knew that I checked their wallet and I saw that they had money. You can see them, they were able to push 648k million. So this token today, okay, let me show you. It's just 9 hours ago. So that means it's just today token. And look at it now, it's back to zero. So this is what happened. So when I saw them, I saw this token at 14k. Yeah, 14k. While I was doing research, I was able to get entry around 25k. Then I drop it into the group. I don't drop trade. Trade I not drop on Safulane. So maybe if you want to like trade on this meme, is drop on Findboy Dev page. So and it's not affiliated to Safulane. So yeah, because it's a gambling channel. Safulane is basically for us to learn and it's a meme coin trading channel. So that's a disclaimer. So if you're joining the channel, basically you want to gamble, and then it's strictly advised to bring in money you are not using. So yeah, so this token was dropped at 25k. So let me just show you the chart so you understand how it's moved. So you can see that all time high of this token, it got to like so if I enter at 25k and the all time high was 120k. So that's going to be 120k divided by 120 divided by 20. So 6s. But I think I got out at 3x or 4x because for me, I can't wait for it to get to 120. I got out at 3x. But I did not sell immediately. I sold 95% at 3x. Then I sold the rest, maybe when it was ranging at 80k. So and I believe that everybody that follow the trade with me, like a guy, let me show you. Let me just show you. Please, this is not affiliated to Safulane. And I think when uploading the stuff, it will be removed. Yeah. So the page is like that's fine by there. Let me just show you. Coming. So yeah. So from here, okay. So we add the trade. So this is the trade to 2.6x in profit. So let me try to find the chart of the guy who made the profit with us. So yeah. So you see, I told him take profit, and he said definitely, sir. So I believe that okay, he made profit with us, and probably he got out at 2x, which I always advise people to go out at, and then 2.6x. I stopped updating. It went to like 3, 4x, 6x, but I did not update anymore because right now, everybody have to go out, and then you keep your profits for the next meme. So it's always important like that. So now let's go back to stupid Eno. So this was one of the trade I took today, and it's okay. So one trade with good profit is okay. Then you relax a bit. So stupid I'll give you an update on it tomorrow. If we are good, fine. If we are not good, losing $6 might still be something I can chest. So that's why I'm not putting a stop loss, and I can go to bed without thinking of anything. Yeah. So those are the factors you have to put in mind. And any other question, please? Okay, so to wrap this up, let me give everyone a quick update. A new update is coming on Safulane mobile app. If you haven't downloaded Safulane mobile app, please go to the App Store, download Safulane mobile app. So we are going to be integrating a chat room on Safulane mobile app. Those are the things delaying our push. We've uploaded questions already, but we don't want people to be practicing the question yet. And then we've made some adjustments in terms of like the time you can play a game with other people, with other players on the mobile app. We have adjusted the time, and then right now your profile can be linked to Twitter, X on the Safari mobile app. So these are the things that are going on in the background. And then another huge update is coming. I'll give you an insight on a project we are working on. It's quite been a while. I think some people might know about it. And then this is particularly trying to create a CTO for it. And then that is basically a card bank project, which is on BSC, because recently we noticed that, okay, there is a surge in people uh, getting to like become that, like getting to hold more on BSC compared to like Solana, whereby we have just about 8 minutes holding time for meme token. So we're gonna be updating a lot of things like that that is coming up very soon. So yeah, for me, I think we've did a fantastic job together tonight. For everyone that have come up, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody on the space, to be honest. So yeah, so I have about 12 people. So I believe we should make money together, and everybody should be fine at the end of the day. So do we have any question again before we call it a wrap? So thanks to everybody watching on the live. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, reshare, share with your friend. This is a very interesting one.